Hello, good evening everyone. Hope all is well with you. Thanks replay viewers for being here, and thank you Catch viewers for being here as well. If you're watching on Catch, it's Catch, katch.me/penguinandfish. If you're watching on Catch, I invite you to join me live if you want to chat with me on Periscope. But thank you for watching. Sure do appreciate it. Thanks everyone for coming in. I'm going to flip you around. Hello, Kathy. Good evening to you. Hey there, guys. How's it going? Happy St. Patty's Day. Hope all is well with you guys. Happy Thursday. We are going to start block number 10 of the Splendid Sampler. So if you want to find out more about the Splendid Sampler, it's at thesplendidsampler.com. It is a year-long quilt, mystery quilt sew-along, and we are only on block 10. That's today's. And there's 100 blocks in all, so it's going to go for a full year still. So there's still plenty of time to get involved and sew some blocks with us. New blocks are released every Thursday and Sunday. And Sunday is my block. I'm so excited. All right. Yay. So this is the block number 10. Hello. Thanks for coming in, guys. And we will start this tonight. I have my fabrics picked out and we'll get ready to stitch. It looks nice and easy. I'm pretty excited about it. It'll be just a fun, relaxing, pieced block. It's going to be fun. It's by Sherri McConnell. Here you go. If you want to see, it's like a little snowball with a little square diamond in the middle. Nope. I just washed it. That's all. Alright guys, if you're new, my name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we create lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. You can find me at Penguin and Fish everywhere, penguinandfish.com, and on Instagram, everywhere else. I'm also a fabric designer and the author of Sew and Stitch Embroidery, and I'm here every night at 9:30 p.m. Central, where we just chill and craft and chit-chat. And we're working through these Splendid Sampler blocks, but we also do a lot of embroidery, and you know, we just like to play around and experiment. We've done painting and mending and all that too. So, all right, I'm gonna flip you guys around and we'll get started. Oh, you whipped this block up tonight, so I'll be caught up for Sunday. Awesome, yay, that's good to hear. All right, guys, let me know what you're working on tonight. I always love hearing. I'm gonna flip you around if I can. There we go. Okay. Here is what I got going on so far. Oh, I look fantasy. Fantastic. Thanks so much. Sometimes those autocorrects are really funny. Thanks, Marla. Okay, so here we go. This is kind of what I have laid out. You can kind of see I lay the fabrics kind of how I'm thinking I'm gonna sew them. So this is kind of what I do when I'm picking my colors. I'll start laying out, see, so I have these strips in the background, that's kind of to go with these strips, and okay, well, what would it look like with this in the middle, and my little diamond, or not diamond, little triangle corners here. And so I play around like that with all my, my fabrics until I kind of have something that I like. So that's how I kind of audition my colors out. And I was thinking, today it was all, it snowed again today. It was not good. I was thinking it was going to be a nice, pretty sunny day, but then it started snowing. So I wanted to work with fabrics that had a bunch of florals in. So I don't have too many of those in my selections for this project, but I did get some in. So I wanted the flowers. I needed flowers after it snowed today. All right. So let's see what the cutting is. Okay, so the background squares, that's all these little bits here. Okay, those are all, there are 8 of them, and they're 2 inches by 2 inches. It looks like 4 in the middle and 4 on the outside, so that's good. I'm using 2 different ones, so it'll be 4 of these and 4 of these. And then, let's see, so rectangles, we got B, C, D, and E. C and D are two rectangles. So okay, so 2 and 6.5 inches, 2 and 3.5 inches, 2 and 3.5 inches, and 2 and 6.5 inches. I think I might layer all 4 of these fabrics and cut one 2.5 by 7-inch strip. And then I'll cut the 7-inch strip in half for these 2, because then I need 2 rectangles. And then these ones I'll just cut a 1/2 inch off. I think that might be easier for me just to cut them all at the same time. That's kind of where I'm leaning these days. Let's just chop them all at once and make the cutting part go faster. So let's just lay some of these out. What was it again? Oh, I was going to cut 2 by 7 inches. So let's see. How long is this? This is more than 7 inches, I think. Yeah, okay, that's plenty. So I think I might press these. Oh, look how pretty that is. I should make this my wallpaper on my phone. That's so pretty. How are you feeling about piecing tonight? Oh, we're gonna piece. So for block number 9, it was that cute little quilt shop block. That one, when we started it, I just didn't feel like piecing. I couldn't bring myself to use the rotary cutter and cut. I just couldn't that night. You know how some days you just can't do something. That block was released and it was so cute and I just couldn't cut. I just didn't feel like cutting. So I did the paper piece version of it instead. And that was super fun. So a lot of these, this one has one too. A lot of them come with a paper piece version. Oh, this one's not numbered. The house one was numbered really well in different sections. So there's the option to paper piece it as well. And if you've never paper pieced before, you should go check out my videos for block number 9, which is the cute the quilt shop, your local quilt shop. And so you can see those at Katch, KATCH.me, like me, /penguin and fish. I have all the videos there from working on that. Okay, that's 7. I know, I love, like, this is just so dang pretty. I love it. And it's so flowery. I needed flowers today. And this is from the same collection. And this is just real pretty too. Let's press that. So I'm thinking, I was looking through my fabrics when I was picking these fabrics earlier today. And I'm kind of thinking, although I might change my mind tomorrow, but I'm kind of thinking I might want to add some additional fabrics to the quilt. I feel like I'm getting fatigued from these fabrics a little bit. Like I'm using the same ones all the time, but I suppose that's what, you know, you're supposed to do because you want the quilt to all go together and everything. But I don't know, I feel like I need to introduce a new fabric just because I'm just trying to, ooh, a paisley maybe, that'd be kind of interesting. I don't know if I have any paisley fabric actually though. All right, wow, this is a full yard of fabric. Where'd this come from? All right, I'm just gonna lay that there. I don't think this one needs to be pressed. Okay, so I don't know, we'll see. I might go through my fabrics a little bit and see if anything calls to me, and maybe I'll introduce a new fabric. That might be kind of fun to try. All right, so I'm gonna cut, what was it? I need the instructions again. It was 2 inches. So I'm gonna cut a 2-inch by 7-inch strip, and then I'm gonna cut that 7-inch down to get these other little measurements here. I think that's the plan. All right, so I'm gonna just cut a straight edge from what I got here. I think these are all, I think I got them all here, yep. All right, cutting time. So I always keep my, what was that? The safety on all the time, and then I just pull it off right when I'm cutting, and I throw it back on right away. So I don't chop my fingers off. There we go. I have a hard time talking and cutting at the same time, so you won't see me do that all that often. All right, I'm gonna just trim a tiny bit off of this. I just need 2 inches here. Silence moment, exactly. All right, we'll just leave that, and let's see. see. Then another 2 inches. I have a hard time breathing while you're cutting. Oh, so my cutting has recently become way less stressful for me. I mean, if you saw some of my first scopes, I always get really, really nervous during the cutting. But I recently got, let's see if I have the packaging here. I got these True Grip stickers. I don't know, have you guys seen these before? They're like these little clear stickers that you can put on your ruler. And now they don't move at all. Like, I'm really shaking it, and that, like, they're not, usually when I cut, they'll just keep sliding a little bit, and that's what makes me nervous about cutting. But, oh, here you can kind of see one. They're like these little circles. Holy cow, has that changed my world of cutting. I love, 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 love them. Oh yeah, you're gonna test them on your shoes, that's right. That'd be hilarious. All right. Yes, clear ones. So these ones are clear, and when I got them, I didn't even think of that, and I was really happy when they came in and they were clear, because yeah, that would have been annoying. You're gonna want them clear so you can see all your measurements on your ruler still. All right, let's do that. But yeah, see, it's holding down so much better. Like, I don't have that fear. I mean, I still have to pay attention, but I don't have that fear that I'm just gonna slide everywhere. They're called True Grips. You can take a little screen grab of this if you want. By the Grace Company, it looks like, and I think they had a website on the back. Let's see. I wonder if we can focus there. Oh, there we go. graceframe.com. All right. So let's get back to it. I think I got these down here. Yep. Oh, whoops. Ah! Let's snip that off. I keep all these scraps, so I'll use them later. Alrighty, so I just moved these, but I think they're all lined up yet. Okay, so now I just need 7 inches off of this. You know what? I think I'm just going to use this ruler here quick and snip them off. Oh man, I keep moving stuff. I shouldn't do that. Okay. Apparently measuring, I can't talk either. Okay, there we go. Let's cut this. All right, there's our 2x7 strips that I'm gonna cut down. So yay, all done with all this fabric. It always amazes me how little fabric a block takes, that I have all this fabric yet. It's just, I don't know why it amazes me. It just kind of does. All right, so we'll cut these in a little bit. I want to try arranging them. I don't know what order I want these in yet. So let's cut the other ones first. Where's the other one? Here we go. Oh, that's so pretty. I think this is one of my favorites. Or I just really want it to be more springy right now. Okay, so I need, let's check again. I don't want to guess. Okay, I need 8 squares that are 2 inches square, and it looks like there's 4 on the inside and then 4 on the outside. So I'm going to do 4 2-inch squares of this and 4 2-inch squares of this. So let's see. I could do that in a strip as well and then cut it down. That might be easier. Let's get all my stuff out of the way here. Okay. Such a cute fabric. This one has gold ink, so it's really shiny and fun. That's what you did as well. You did the Enthe. It's Enthe, right? I want to make sure that I remember that. So you did 2 different colors. Okay. Did you do the strip piecing, or not the strip piecing? The strip, just cutting a strip. Okay. I think I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna press this. I just need to think about it for a sec. So I need 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. Let's see if we have 8 inches here. Oh yeah, there's plenty. I might just cut a straight 2 inches off here, because I'm sure I'll use that scrap some other time too. So I guess you guys can see. I'm just pressing this up here quick. Oh, I know. Isn't it just so cute? I don't have many florals in, I picked like my 30 or so fat quarters that I wanted to use for this quilt. And actually, you know what? I counted it again today. I think I only have like 23. So that's another reason maybe I want to bring in some more fabrics. But I don't have many florals, and that's, I think, my most florally of florals that I have is that Heather Ross print. But like I said, I needed it to be spring today, and it wasn't. It snowed again, and nothing sticked or anything like that. It was just tiny, tiny, itty bitty flakes, but still, it was snow nonetheless. I had to even wear the winter coat when I ran errands and stuff today, and wasn't pleased. All right, just pressing this too. Oh, look how cute though. So this one's got a selvage on still, so I just got to pay attention to that. Supposed to, 3 to 6 inches. Wow, Kathy, that's a ton. I guess in up north in Minnesota, they got like 13 inches. Oh, yay, that's so cool. I'm so happy to hear that. It's been super fun. I mean, I feel like I'm learning from you guys, telling me how to do things and when I mess up and stuff. All right, here we go. I am gonna just, you know what, I should put this one at the bottom, because this one I have to cut selvage off of it. You can kind of, there you can see all the little dots from the selvage yet. All right, I didn't really press that all that well, but okay, that's fine. There we go, now we can see a little bit better. I'll trim that edge a little bit too. I got a pretty decent fold in there, like a manufacturer's kind of fold, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, let's cut that. I need 2 inches by 8 inches, but I think what I'm going to do is just cut a 2-inch strip and then just have the scraps. I'll have like this much left over, but I'm going to use it later in this quilt, so I'm not too worried about wasting fabric, because I know I'm not going to ultimately waste it. It's going to be used. Where'd my rotary cutter go? Here it goes. With all this fabric around, I keep losing my supplies. I suppose that's typical. Okay. Knows I couldn't talk. Can't talk during cutting. But I don't know if you guys are noticing, compared to earlier scopes when I'm trying to cut, just how well this is sticking down now, and I just don't have to worry about it like I used to. I think this is too close to my sewing machine. Let's see if this little 4-inch one, there we go. My sewing machine's like right here, so I can't, that ruler's in my way. 2 inches. Wow, whenever I measure these 2 inches, it always feels so much smaller than it is in my brain. I better check again. It just seems so little. Yep, 2 inches. Gosh, man. These blocks are bigger in my brain than they are in real life. There we go. All right, 2 inches. I'm sure we'll use 2-inch squares later in this. I've been saving selvages too. Oh, fun. Oh, scrappy blocks. Oh, I've never done that. I've seen them before. They're always so cute. That'd be fun. Yeah, I'm saving all the scraps, so I'll definitely have selvages available. All right. I don't know if you guys can see. I'll do it. Well, I'm gonna start off screen, and then I'll come in a little bit. Oh, here. You know what? I can just tilt you. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my 2-inch. 2-inch. Oh yeah, I did put a grip on this already. 2-inch square. So this is a 1.5 inch or 2.5 inch. I suppose this isn't the best way to make it square. Let's go this way. This is a 2.5 inch ruler. There we go. Oh, you're using to tie the stuff that you sell. I love that. Oh goodness, did you see that? I just totally moved all my fabric. I love that idea so much. Let's try that again. I know, it's so sad to throw them away. All right, let's not do that again. There we go. Okay. Now let's do our little 2 inches. Okay, so I need 4 of these, and I still have them stacked, so there'll be 8 total. This is a lighter fabric, so it's kind of moving around a little bit while I do it. Here, I'll separate these right away. There, you can even kind of see, you can see my finger behind it a little. It's just a lot thinner than the other stuff, so it likes to move around a little bit more, but it's so pretty. I like using it. I've seen it done that way too. I don't throw anything away. Oh yeah, there's always more ways to use it. And I don't know if you guys saw, I did that bee pattern. It's in the bonus section of the site, the Be Brave embroidery. And here, I'll show you guys again quick. But I did a quilt block with that out of all scraps, and this is kind of why I'm saving my scraps. This is my binder with all the blocks in. But so I've saved all the scraps, and I just kind of stitch them all down. And that's kind of what I'm planning to do with all my tiny little bits and pieces. So I'm planning on, I'm saving every single scrap of thread and floss and everything from this project. Okay, let's do 2 more, and then we're ready to sew already. It's nice when there's not too much cutting. All right, and 1 more. There we go. All lined up. Oh, we're off screen again. All right. So this is what we have left over. Those are totally useful pieces yet. We'll use those later for sure, I'm thinking. All right. So here we go. Let's figure this out again. So these I want for the corners, these little green ones. And now I just want to figure out what order to go in with these. I kind of was trading off the purples and blues. Maybe I should, well, that's kind of pretty there. Maybe these 2 are kind of crazy, so maybe they should be on the outside like this. That's kind of pretty. I kind of like that. And then this will be kind of a little diamond in the middle. Let's just try and, oops, do I have I'm missing one somewhere. There we go. Here's the other one. So that'll be, you know, kind of that shape there. I like that because it kind of shows off these 2 patterns a little bit. And I think that's kind of fun. And, you know, the other thing I could do is maybe put both florals on the outside because this has a lot of pretty floral stuff. Then it would maybe read as more florally overall. Purples on the outside, blues on the inside. That's kind of an option too. These will be little corners. Oops. You know, I kind of like, ooh, I maybe even this way. I kind of like that. How about like that? Then we're kind of showing off this circular shape of what this is going to look like because these will be in the corner, so it'll start making this whole thing look like a circle. I don't know. I think I'm calling it there. I like that. All right, done. Moving on. Time to sew. Okay, let's check the instructions. So, alrighty, we did all the cutting. So draw a diagonal line on the wrong side of each background square A. Okay, so diagonals on all of these things, and we've done that before earlier in blocks. Okay, so a line. Oh, you know what? I didn't cut these in half yet. I didn't cut any of these yet. Okay, wait a sec. We gotta back it up a little, people. Okay, I need to cut. Oh, that's why, because we needed to decide what goes where. So these are our outside ones. These need to be 2 inches by 6 inches. So let's cut those. Here's my little 6-inch ruler. That would have been a disaster. We would have just had a block that would have been too big. It would have been a 7-inch block. And we would have figured it out halfway through. So 6.5. Okay, good. Thanks for yelling that out to me because I almost did that totally wrong. Okay, so, oh, this is a 6.5-inch ruler, so we're good actually. Phew, okay. Freaked me out. All right. Save, yes, exactly. Okay, there, now that's the right size. And then, okay, so this is at the top. You know, maybe I like that yellow coming downward too. Nah, I think I like it this way. And then these two were 2 pieces that were 6.5, or wait, 2 inches by 3.5. So these ones we should just have to cut right in half because they're 7 inches right now. Okay, so 3.5. Let's see, like right there, 1, 2, 3.5. Should be the same on the other. Let's just do a little check just to make sure. Yeah, that looks like 3.5 inches to me. I think we're good. Okay, now we are ready for sewing. All right, those go there, these here, and these guys were here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now, I mean, like, we're just sewing these half square triangles on. We've done this in a lots of the earlier blocks, so we're just gonna get at it. You know, it's just making sure what side they go on. So all we have to do is make sure that we put them here, and then on these insides, and the opposite here, and then the opposite here. We just have, that's the only thing. Just making sure we put the right ones in the right spot. So why don't we'll do what they say. I'm gonna put, we'll draw all the lines on first. In earlier blocks, I was just kind of doing it all, like drawing the lines as I went. But you know what? Let's just do it right now. Let's see, let's grab a ruler. So yeah, let's just draw all these on. It's helpful. You know, it wasn't until this project that I ever drew the lines on like this. I just eyeballed it. Ooh, wow, I'm moving everywhere though, my fabric tonight. There. Wow. You think that would have been easier? I messed up that whole drawing it on already. But I never really did a lot of this sort of measuring. I just kind of started sewing and aimed for the other piece. And apparently for all these small blocks, that's difficult to do. You have to be more exact with these smaller blocks. And that is new to me, having to be exact with things. I just kind of zip along and do everything really quickly usually. And if it's wonky, then I'm like, oh well. And I'm usually working a whole lot bigger than this. And I don't do this all that often, any like quilting and piecing and that sort of thing. So this whole thing is a pretty big learning deal for me. All right, there we got those sewn on. Let's do these ones. These ones are really, like I was saying, really light. You know, it's this fabric that would probably benefit from getting starched. We haven't tried that yet here. I don't think I've ever used starch sewing before, and everyone on the Facebook group seems to, not everyone, but a lot of people seem to think that that's worked really well for them. So they spray it before. You'll not believe the difference, really? Okay, you know what? I don't even think I have any. I'm gonna have to go find some and just give it a try. But yeah, I guess from what I'm hearing, from what I'm learning through the grapevine of just like listening to people talk about it, I guess you spray it on your fabric before you cut, and then cutting and sewing and all that's just a lot easier. So I don't know, I still want to, this whole, like I was saying, this whole project for me is about learning, and I've never done that before, so that's definitely something I'd like to try, because that's what we're doing this. The clapper will work too for, I'm just talking about starching to kind of hold the fabrics together easier when I sew. Sew for years, but only filled about 2 years. So the exactness was a big learning curve. Yeah, that's becoming my learning curve too, because it turns out I do not sew very straight. Is what it seems like. So I'm going to move these over, and you know what? I'm going to sew all of these all at once, I think. I don't think there's any reason to pause. I think we can just sew these all in a row. So all right, let's go over here. We're in sewing machine land. Oh, and I don't know if Diane's in here, but Diane, I got the little stilettos from you. So Diane sent me these. A stiletto, it's just so you can kind of hold down, maybe we should have some light, there we go. So we can hold down fabric as we go through, and it makes it just kind of easier. But yeah, isn't it pretty? She sent me 2 of them. I don't think she's in tonight, I saw her last night. But are they pretty? And I love this one, it matches all my blocks. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right, out of here, scraps, let's get going. All right, so like I said, I'm just gonna sew. So this is the bottom one, so it has to go this way. Oh, you know what? I gotta get my starter in here. We didn't use that for the paper piecing, so I have to. So this is kind of how you use it. Wow, it's pretty light, isn't it? Let's see if we can. Whoa, sorry guys. Because I just need to tap once. There we go. All right. Now it's a little darker. The light from my machine was just super bright. Okay. Oh, and you know what? We were having all that trouble with this poking into the ground, into the machine too. So hopefully, so here's a good place to use the stiletto. Oops. All right, so I'm just following that pencil line now. All right, so let's start up the next one. So this one goes on the inside. Wait, where do we want this one? We want it to end up here. Okay, yeah. Yep, that's right. I'm confusing myself. You know, that's the one thing, like, trying to do all of this sewing all at once, I just can sometimes confuse myself. Oh, Diane, you're in! Oh, did you see? I got them. They are so pretty. I love them so much. We're giving them a try right now. But yeah, sometimes you just need something to help guide everything in, and a pin doesn't work real well all the time, and this is working super duper great. All right, let's do this one. Now this one, I use little pieces of old receipts under the tips of the corner. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I have anything like that around me, but yeah, I think I think we talked about this. I should write it down. I don't know what to write down on either, but I'll get some, I think I have some tissue paper. That would maybe be good to throw under the tips. I really like that idea a lot. Oops, let's get it lined up again. All right, there we go. So I've learned I don't sew very straight from this project, so I'm trying to pay more attention to that. Okay, then we got one of these top ones. They go this way. Alrighty. This one goes this way. Oh, you have a stiletto made out of wood, or I guess I missed. We might be talking about something totally different at this point. I'm focusing on my straight lines, since that's what I've been doing and not so well on. Especially with this other fabric, this green fabric is pretty touchy. Okay, now we got these other two inside deals. This one has to go this way. Oh, you haven't seen this block yet? There's plenty time to catch up. No rush whatsoever. Oops, this is easier going this direction, I think. Ooh, wow, I'm jumping around a little bit here. That one might be a hair wonky, but oh well. And then this one. So we'll see how well I managed this. I'm hoping I'm doing these all in the correct direction, but I suppose we'll see. I have to do, there's only 2 more after this, and then we can sew, then we can press and sew the whole thing together. Okay, I need these guys again. Let's snip some of these off. Here's our ender. Okay. Here, this was the bottom. Well, now we need the other side of that. Okay, that looks good. Okay. All right, I think I'm getting in the hang of using the stiletto and stuff. Now that we're just about done. All right, here's some of our pieces. I need to get to this other tall piece. There we go. All right, last piece to sew on here. This is the top. So, zoop, zoop. Yep, we need the angle to go this way. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think this is one of my favorite fabrics of the whole thing, Cora. This purple is just so fun, and I just wanted springy colors today, and it was extra flowery and springy. All right, there we go. All right, now we can get the ender in here again. Okay, let's snip. All right, I'm gonna turn this off. We'll scooch back over here. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Snip, this was the top. Bottom. Let's see, that doesn't work. Okay. For a second I thought I was done. Have you noticed a difference using the ender? I think so. For these corner ones, for sure, because it hasn't been pushing them down so much into the machine. So that's nice. And then this goes this way. Okay, those are our pieces. I'm gonna press them. So my mom told me a trick. Wilt skiing when I was skiing in Upper Michigan the other weekend. She's like, you know, when you sew on these strips here, I should press them. Before I cut off the ends, she said press them with this on, because then I can use that as a guide to kind of stretch and move it around to kind of aim it up and get it square again. It's a guide. I can use that as a guide. So I'm gonna do that before I snip them off this time. I'm like, that's a good tip. All right, so here we go. Let's start with these. Scooch over so you can see a little bit better. Smart mama, yes. We'll do both sides at once. Oh yeah, I really kind of did. See, it did like this. I'm having trouble with this green because it is just a really thin fabric, and look, it's here. Let me tap it to focus. It kind of, there you can see it kind of got stretched a little bit, but since that's the side we're cutting off, I think we're going to be perfectly fine. I'm not going to change anything for that. Okay. So I'm going to use that as a guide now. I'm actually going to just hold it right there. I think that'll be a good idea. I like that idea, using that as a guide. That was actually really, really helpful just now. To just kind of line it up beforehand. There we go. Okay, totally in love with that idea. Mom's smart. I don't think she's in tonight. Actually, I think she says that sometimes she watches my replays while she, like on the computer, while she sews with the computer next to while she's sewing this block. Oh, look at these together. Ah, this purple and this is so pretty together. I love it. All right. It's so exciting when you see them sewn together, what they end up looking like. You just never, I mean, you can guess, but you never actually really know until you see them together. But, oh, that's so pretty. I love those. Oh, even this, look how goofy those are together. You know what, this is working super well, using that to aim. I'm not gonna ever do that differently. Aiming for, using this as the guide instead of cutting it first, that's super good so far. Totally loving that. Okay. Lining it up and then pressing. Yes, thanks, Piacials. There we go. A couple more guys to press. Yeah, I didn't see your pop in tonight. Although I've been missing I haven't been seeing you guys pop in until you start chatting. I've missed some. This one, it looks like I didn't do a very scant inch. You know, I didn't a scant quarter inch. I didn't think about that this time. So hopefully my guy isn't too small overall too small because I didn't do the scant quarter inch. I didn't, you know, in theory you draw that line down the middle of your block, but you should still err on the side of, you know, the one side to make it a scant quarter inch, because when you fold it, you gotta take into consideration the thickness of the fabric. I use your tip of measure on this one. Oh, you ripped a couple seams. All right, here we go. Ooh, that's looking fun. It's starting to, you can start to see it all now. All right, and then, wait a sec. Jeez, I had a vision of that I sewed this wrong, but I didn't. It's fine. Okay. Let's match those up. Okay, loving this matching it up thing. My mom is using some of this green in her quilt too. I think all the rest of it is scraps, but except for this green. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we can snip those. Oop, that is not how it goes. There we go. Okay, here we can see what's going on. Yay, that's so cute. Yeah, this block is going nice and quick too. I think we're definitely gonna finish it tonight, which is awesome. So I need a bigger scissors. Here we go. Okay, so I am going to snip off the edges now. I'm just doing an estimate of a 1/4 inch. I'm not like getting the ruler out or anything. So again, we're gonna save all these little scraps. Mix the blues? Oh, that's a cute idea. Let's see what that looks like. Wait a sec, how would we do that though? The only way we could mix it is if they were on the same size like that. Which isn't that, I mean, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, because we've sewn these on already. I don't know, I think I like the strips. But yeah, it would have been neat to do like one here, but now our things are backwards. Could do a funny little arrow. That's actually kind of interesting, but I think I'll keep it as the circle. All right, let's do this. All right, I like these flowers. I needed some springy flowers today, and this makes me happy, springy flowers. Okay, almost ready. All right, last cut. I'm loving these purple and greens. Like, look at this crazy pattern. These wacky, crazy florals and these crazy gold, green little plus signs together. That is some crazy fabric together. I like it. Okay, so now I guess we gotta sew these. We gotta sew this to this and this to this first, and then we just sew the rows. Just double checking. Oh, did they sew? They might have sewn them. Nope, they sewed them horizontal like that. Arrange the matching 2 3/4 rectangle units as shown together. Press the seams, joining the rectangle sections open. Joining the rectangle sections open. Repeat for the other 2 matching. Okay. I know what to do. I'm just kind of curious at this. I'm trying to figure out this instruction. Arrange the matching 2 3/4 rectangle units as shown and sew together. Oh, sew together. That's the sew together part. Okay. I was just curious as how she said to put them together, and it just said sew together. We can do that. All right. Back over yonder. Does it say to press open? Press the seam joining the rectangle sections open. Oh, okay, so she said press these open. But yeah, we just need to get these 2 together, and then they're done. Okay, here's where I gotta pay attention to my scant quarter again. Okay, here we go. Ooh, I can use my stylus. Or not stylus, stiletto. Okay, let's do the other side. Oh, can you see? It's kind of, there we go. Yep, they go together like this. Okay, that looks decent. Let's sew. Actually, you know what? I don't think I am lining up my seam there. Looks like I pressed it a little funny, but we're going with it. You notice I'm a whole lot quieter when I sew now, just because I'm really trying to pay attention to that scant 1/4 inch and just the sewing in a straight line. I mean, I guess I never realized that I was having such issues with it. And you know what? Maybe that isn't even the problem yet. Maybe I need a different presser foot or anything, but I think sewing a straight line has a little bit to do with it, because I'm usually kind of just whipping through seams for quilts and that sort of thing. And they don't need to be so exact. Okay, so they want this pressed open, but I'm gonna just press one side quick. And then, whoo, hot, holy cow. Let's turn off some steam. Oh, good night, have a nice evening. All right, oh yeah, here, I'm gonna press it open to one side and then I'll press it open after that. Oh yes, that's perfectly fine. I'm happy that you made it in live though, that's awesome. But yes, replay is just as good. And remember, you can also watch everything at Catch, because the replay is only up for 24 hours, but at Catch, they're all there. And I have them categorized by this project as well, so that makes it a little easier. There we go. Oh, feel better. No fun. It's the worst. Feeling sick. Okay, here is this guy all ready to go. Ah, it's looking so cute sewn together. Man, you know what? I am telling you, I get excited about the new blocks, right? Every time a new block is released, it's exciting and I think it's gonna be fun and I have fun picking the colors, but I feel like I just fall in love with every single block as I'm doing it. Like right then, when I open that up, I'm like, oh my God, that's so pretty, I love it, you know? And when you see it coming together and stuff, I mean, I'm just totally, and it's happened with every single block. Every single block, there's been a moment where I've been like, oh my God, I love it so much. Oh, good night, Vanessa. Have a nice evening. Okay, there we go. Pressed open. That's a new thing for me too. Pressing open. Okay, here we are. So now all we have to do is sew all these bits together. I think I'll sew, oh, these are just so funny together. I'll sew this top to the bottoms together and then the tops together, just because they're kind of similar. I gotta be watching to get this corner here. And then I will sew these other, I was showing a friend my squares. You have a craft high, don't you? Oh, that's awesome. I love that description. Yes, you have a craft high. Oh, I love it. That's so cute. Yes, it is totally a craft high doing this. Okay, so when I'm putting these together, I'm holding it, I'm having this part on the top. Here, let's just tap that for a sec. Oh, can you see that? I don't know. Here, let me turn this off for a moment. There we go. I'm putting the piece with the little diamond at the top because I want to sew to make sure that I sew right on that point or right next to it, because that's my point. So when I open it up, you know, I want that point to be, you know, pointy still. So I'm gonna put that, when I sew, I'm putting that piece on the top so I can see that visual of where to put the point. Okay. I suppose this is something I could probably pin and measure and make sure I have this in the middle, but you know what? I'm not doing any of that. That would be smart, but meh. Let's just sew. That's what I think. All right. Now let's start matching up spots. All right, here we go. All right, now we're getting to our point here. That's what I'm aiming for, is right there. All right, now to the end, we'll see how I did. All right, I'm just gonna peek really quickly. All right, great. So I'm gonna do the top one right away, and then we'll press and sew them together and then finish up. So we're running a little later than usual. The phone's doing a-okay still, so that's good, I think. And I would like to finish this one. There's only one more seam after this one, so just pressing and then that last seam, and we are wrapping it up. So thanks, guys, for sticking with me, and thanks, replay viewers, too. All right, again, we need to match up that little corner here. Yep, this is a one-night block. I think I might be going a hair longer than usual, but it is a one-night block for sure. Yeah, so we are going to embroider tomorrow. Well, tomorrow is going to be the start of my embroidery lessons that we're going to do. So Friday and Saturday will be embroidery lessons, kind of prepping for Sunday's block, which is my block, which, spoiler, will contain embroidery. But yeah, so we'll transfer designs and learn some techniques for that, and I don't know, we'll see. But it'll be all about embroidery tomorrow, and so bring your questions if you have any for embroidery, and we'll answer them, and we'll get it all figured. So that's tomorrow, which is Friday, and Saturday. We'll be doing that both times. So I don't think I'm gonna press open this time, just because for time's sake, it's just gonna be easier to press the one side. Oh wow, I can tell I was a little off with my measuring, but overall I think we're gonna be fine. Okay, the point looks good though. So here's that piece. Point looks pretty dang good. Our going to the edges, that's not all that great, but I think we're gonna be fine still. Ah, look at how crazy all these are together. You didn't press any of them? Yeah, you know what? Before this project, I've never pressed anything open. I get the part where it helps reduce bulk and that sort of thing, but parts like this, I don't think it's necessary. But I don't know, I'm trying to learn new things and what other people do. I just find that it does reduce bulk, so that's nice, but I don't know. I feel like I burn myself a whole lot more. Or not burn, but yeah, kind of like flame myself with the steam a whole lot more from trying to press these open. So I know there's a trick for that I don't know. I mean, that's the whole thing using that little block thing. How far off do you think you can be in size of the block? Oh, I missed that. The blocks should end up being 6.5 inches, and then when they're sewn into a quilt, they'll be 6 inches. So now here we got a few points to meet up. We want to meet in the center, and we want to meet at these where the corner meets up here. So right, where the seam allowance, we want right there to meet up. And you know what? That might deserve a pin, but you know what? I think I'm gonna not do it anyway. How off before it needs to be done? I have a few where mine off by 1/8. You know what? I have a few where they're off by 1/8 too, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I don't think I'm gonna redo mine. If I'm off by like 1 inch, I'll redo it, or like I don't know. I think I have one that's off by 1/2 inch, so that might be worthy of redoing. But I think when I sew them into the quilt, I think I'm gonna just figure out a way to make it work. That's kind of where I'm sitting right now. I don't think I'm gonna, yeah, okay, that's what you thought too. Yeah, I think that's where my plan sits right now. Like, I have no idea how I'm sewing the quilt together yet. I might just sew all the blocks together next to each other, but maybe I will do a sashing or something like that. I might do a sashing. I'm not positive yet. I'm kind of waiting till I have like 20 blocks or something, or like 50 blocks, which is even crazy to think about that we're gonna have 100 blocks. But I'm gonna wait till I have a little more blocks so I can start laying them out and get a sense of what it would be like as a quilt. So I have no decisions on that at all yet. Sashing is it's a thin strip of fabric, so it'd be like, you know, like 2 inches, but like really long, and you'd put a block on either side. So they're kind of just small frames within the quilt that frame each block. So all the blocks aren't touching, they're surrounded by little frames of fabric. All right, that was it. Just then, yeah, it's called sashing. But it's basically like an inner frame. So you have the border, which is the outer frame of the whole quilt, and then you have the sashing, which are the tiny frames. Well, they don't have to be tiny, it depends on what you do, but they're the frames within the quilt that frame all the blocks. And, you know, they are not necessary. I mean, like I said, I might just stick all my blocks so they're butted up against each other. And you can get super decorative with the sashing, so it has a whole pile of other piece works and stuff in there. But at minimum, a sashing is just like a single strip of fabric that kind of frames the block. All right, so I'm pressing this open. Why would I press this open? I don't need to press this open. We're not pressing this open. Let's just press it hard. How about that? Ooh, I was a little off on that diamond there, but here we go! Here is the final block. Oh, see, that's what I'm hoping, Anthe, is that it can hide my errors of being a little smaller. Oh, I like it! It's so fun! This green is kind of... Oh, I kind of like how this yellow kind of bleeds off to... kind of bleeds into the green a little bit. What does it look like this way? Oh, I kind of like it this way better. I like this at the bottom, maybe. But yay, here we go, guys. We did the whole block tonight. That doesn't happen all that often, so that was fun. Yay. So, all right, guys, I'm going to flip you around, and that's it for the night. There we go. Oops. There. I clearly don't know how to work this phone still. Flipping back and forth, but here we go. Look how little it is. Oh, here, now I can see it. Let's see, this is how we started. I still like it at the top. We're keeping it at the top. But thanks again, guys, for joining me. And again, tomorrow night we'll be starting embroidery. So it'll be transferring designs and how to use all the materials tomorrow. And then Saturday we'll be learning stitches. And then Sunday is my block. So mine is the next block. I'm so excited. Thanks, guys, for coming in tonight again. Oh, yeah, I have my You Are Awesome pin on. Oh, I think I have some of those. There. You are awesome. You roll are awesome. All right, guys. See you tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Central. I'll catch you later. Have a good evening. Good night.